cut, okay? An initial offensive cut, a Sottano with a true edge from Mezzana Porta Di Ferro on the reverso side. So I'm going to cut into the target, and then we might just as well return, even though in our later exercises that part disappears. But we should have a full and complete action here. So again, I'm turning my hands, I am leading with the blade, and I'm driving, and that turn of the hip is helping to facilitate the cut. My hands are supported up here. I've got a closed chain up here where my hands are together. I turn tightly, and I bring them back down as I bring up the rear foot, so I'm not too stretched out for too long, because I'm attacking with aggression and tight. Slightly better one. Let me reorient. That's better. There we go. Okay, so that's our basic attack. Now we can use that as an attack as shown, and we can do that against a partner. Luke, could you just give me a hand, please?
Yes.
Okay, let's just move it over here. No, let's leave that there. We'll move it over. Okay. Yes, please. Now, Luke being a nice guy that I would like to see back next time, I can't hit him as hard as I hit that target. But I can practice the form on him. Doesn't matter his handedness. Okay. Yeah, come a little bit closer, please. Okay, so I'm going to hit him, going to turn and cut, hit, raise up, and then return down. I'm a little far away for this one. Okay? I can get a tiny bit closer with it and still not really hurt him. I need to lead. I slow it down just a little so that I don't actually hurt him as I do this. And then I come back through. So that's my basic attack. Okay. Get my mask on. Luke's basic defense, if you just go ahead and do it, is to issue a cut into that. And he's going to exchange his cut into my cut and wind up with a point in place to thrust at me. So you remember this one?
Shall I start
from that side?
Okay. So I launch my fendente first.
No, I'm going to go ahead and attack.
Oh,
we're still at an earlier point in the fendente, okay? So as I come up, he's now closed that line off. He's got a perfect thrust, and he will deliver it. Right there. Okay. No, go ahead and put it on me. Okay. Drive me back. Okay? So, that's his defense. Okay. Now, let's assume that he's coming with offense on that one. Oh, by the way, no, excuse me, we'll get to this a little bit later. I can counter that piece of it. But let's assume that he's starting an offense here. Go ahead and make your cut. Follow through. Drag it across the target. Okay. Make sure you penetrate up here, right in the vital area around the neck, and draw him through. Okay. Now at speed, I'm going to go ahead and cut into it and deliver my thrust. Isn't a parry like I'm putting a block in the way? When he attacks, I cut into it, and then I can deliver the thrust from there. Thus, okay? Now, that's great. I catch it up here on the strong, and I'm able to drive it right in on it. Suppose I don't. Drive, Luke. Then I'm going to have to slip it and come around. When I feel that pressure, let's actually have him totally win this one. Okay, so you'll deliver the thrust. Or deliver the cut at that point. So he's attacking me. I'm defending and I lose. Just angulate the thrust in slightly. There we go. When I lose, he's got either a cut or a thrust right there. I have very little time to react, to act. So I better make it fairly quick because I come around. I've already loaded this foot in the parry, freeze with the parry. Right there. So it's not likely to move very fast. So I'm going to bring this one up just enough so that I can strike fendente across the head, across the neck and the arms. One more time. Danger in this exercise is that I will stop trying to cut into him. Ah, hey, I won that one because I was trying to cut into him. The danger in the exercise is that I'll start to do this. Then I'll just throw it off to the side. I could do that as a defense. It's got its place, but it's not what we're doing right now. When he comes in, I'm cutting into him. Ooh, and if I lose, and I lose my balance, and if I lose, I've got to react differently. And around. Okay? All right. Now, let's take him on the same side here. Chances are good as I come up, and Fury tells us about these actions from down here, that I'm going to actually get a deflection. The blades aren't going to stick together. They might. There's some instances where they could. So he comes in.
Measure?
Yeah, measure. Go ahead and follow through. A little deeper on the target, please. Tiny bit deeper. Just about an inch will do it. That's it. I'm not going to live after that. Okay. One more. And then defense. If I clear his blade, I can come around with a cut in, and then I can throw him at that point. We'll demonstrate that more fully in just a moment. Okay? Mark, that's where I'd like you to swap into. You know, I do that.
Right.
I have several possibilities there. I can just continue with the thrust. I can cut his hands. Okay, those are quick and easy. I can just cut his neck. That was a little bit big. Let me do it again. I can just cut his neck. But I really like this because it has a real finality to it. Okay? And it also gets us practicing some very good mechanics that we want to do, which I will discuss as Mark helps me out with next round. Could you take over his camera, please? Sure. Or that's already taken care of. Put on the heavy mask. Oh. As long as he's putting that on. Questions? Any? Okay. We'll edit this long pause out. I will put this up so you guys can see it. That's part of the reason I'm doing it.
Intermission.
All right. So I'll defend first and throw you. Okay? We'll just demonstrate first, and then we'll talk about the pieces of it. Okay? So he takes his measure. Excuse me. Yeah, you got caught there. Coming through. By the way, even though it's fairly gentle, that really has presence behind it. One more time. Okay? And then, oops, I missed that. And there he's down. Okay? So I threw him along. The axis is take the position as you can make a cut. Okay? He's weak that way. Okay? So I might as well take my cut along that axis, and I'm perfectly positioned to do it. Now, mechanics. Kind of slow motion and stopping each phase. First of all, I'm still cutting up into his blade, still driving with that rear hip, still supporting this whole action here with these two arms. Nice closed chain. I turn. Notice the motion of my hips as I do so. Notice my rear foot gathering in. I'm making contact, and then I make my steps. 2 in this case to take him all the way down. One more time slowly. I want you to watch what my rear hip and foot are doing as I come through. If I move my feet first, okay, great, I'm winning, okay? What's Mark going to do about now? Okay, he'll just shut me down. Okay, I'm coming into Stretto and giving him a perfect opportunity. Once again, he'll just shut me down. Cannot move my body first. And through. One other detail about this, and as I'm making the cut in, I'm coming up. I'm cutting Sottano. I'm coming in here, raising that cut, lifting his chin, and throwing him from there. Okay? Now the throw is almost incidental to the fact that I destroyed everything that he uses to breathe and pump blood to his brain with, but we might as well. Whoops, lost it slightly there. One more time. Fair's fair. You want to throw me a couple times? It comes at you pretty fast. Because all he's got to do to get from his parry, freeze to parry, is turn. It's a really short turn. He's perfectly positioned. All he's got to do is turn, lift, his body drives the lift, and down I go. Okay, questions? All right. So, thank you. Luke, I forgot to shake hands. Thank you. Okay, we got one more exercise tonight. Camera's off.
Let's figure it out. Wow, that's it. Are you ready? I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I have to. I could follow my own letter too. Yeah. You want more? Yeah. Yours. Others okay. Okay, your turn.
Reach the target and follow through, not just tip. There we go.
One more.
One more beyond that. Colin, lead, or your hands just a little bit more. That's it. Good. Keep that sequence. Now go ahead. Good.